the rest in the symphony of life. Being raised at 38 Border Road in LaGrange, Georgia, by Bill and Betty McCullough meant a lot of things. One thing it meant was that you would learn to play a musical instrument. My whole family is musically inclined. Mama played the piano, Daddy played the banjo, mandolin, guitar, fiddle, and basically anything that has strings on it. Billy plays the piano, Frank plays the guitar, Judy plays the piano, and I play the Dickens, the guitar. Now, if we ever wanted to make Mama and Daddy happy, all we had to do was go to their house and make music, as Mama called it. This was a great source of joy for them. I can vividly remember Mama telling me that if I was going to be a member of her family, I had to learn to play something. It didn't matter what, I just had to play something. Well, like many children, I started out taking piano lessons. To this day, I can still visualize the middle C note. I remember terms like treble clef and bass clef. I remember the beginner's book and practicing my scales. However, somehow, the concept of all those bars, lines, flats, sharps, clefs, and black dots, which are called notes, just never jailed in my mind. I never mastered the art of reading music. So I switched to the guitar, and Daddy taught me how to play by ear. Consequently, I was allowed to continue as a member of my mama's family. As I stated earlier, although I never mastered reading music, I do remember some of the things I learned from my lessons. I was thinking about those lessons as I developed this devotion. If I remember correctly, the treble clef contains the notes that the right hand plays. This is called the melody. The bass clef indicates the notes the left hand plays. This is called harmony. When the pianist plays a song, he or she reads both lines of notes simultaneously. The right hand produces the melody, and the left hand adds the harmony, and all who listen enjoy the song. Now get this picture in your mind. As the pianist plays the song, both hands play the notes the composer dictates. But now enters a musical note that I haven't mentioned. It's called the rest. The rest is inserted into the musical score at the precise point that the writer or composer of the music wants the hands of the performer to stop and do absolutely nothing. What a concept. Think about it. In the midst of the most difficult score of music, sometimes the correct note to play is no note at all. The proper sound is silence. I wish I'd learned that earlier on in life, but that's another devotion for another day. When the score dictates we rest, to play another note would ruin the song. The spiritual application, you ask? Oh, that's simple. As Christians, our lives are a symphony written and arranged by God the Father. He wrote the score. He knows the notes he wants our lives to sound. Sometimes our lives resonate with the sound of His melody. Sometimes we echo the harmony of His love. But ever so often, the writer of the symphony of our lives writes a rest into the score. He knows the exact moment He wants us to stop. He knows the sound He wants our lives to sound. And sometimes it is the sound of silence. I perceive that many of you, like me, are guilty of running past the stops God has placed in our lives. Then we wonder why the melody that our lives produce is filled with disharmony. We wonder why the symphony is harsh to our ears. Could it be because we thought we knew more than the writer of the symphony of life? Could it be that we, the novices, felt that we knew more than the master? Could it be that we ignored the stops and ruined the song? Psalms 46, verse 10a, the writer of the Symphony of Life says, "Be still and know that I am God." He is saying, stop, do absolutely nothing. Listen to the Symphony of Life and learn that I am God. And we find in Genesis 2, 2 and 3, this recorded. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. In each of our lives, God has placed some stops. Please don't be so busy playing the treble clefs and the bass clefs of your life that you miss the rest. To ignore the stops is to ruin the symphony of our lives. I pray that amidst all the hubbub of this season, you will find the rest in your life. Lord, in this season, this Christmas season, God, would you stir in us and cause us to remember, Lord, that sometimes the best thing that we can do is just do nothing. God, amidst all of this hubbub that is now associated with your birth, would you help us to find a rest, Lord, so we can just stop some and do nothing and enjoy you, enjoy our families, enjoy the blessings of this season. And I ask this in your name, amen.